and more. You will hear it here first. All special reports are available for rent at vimeo.com/on-demand/special reports. Yours for only $25. Coming soon, number 70, Reviving the Exchange Intel.
His words ring more hollow than ever. Just as we predicted, a flurry of what are divisive, extremely far-left executive orders have now been signed into law. Now, the Keystone Pipeline has been canceled. Thousands of layoffs in the oil and gas industry have already begun. The cost of insulin for low-income Americans is about to go up because of Joe's executive order stripping away price protections, and that's not all. The Constitution, frankly, be damned. Joe Biden now wants statehood for Washington, D.C., which would then give him two new, on their minds, Democratic senators in perpetuity. And he also still supports ending the legislative filibuster, as we learned today. Plus, last night, while Joe was fast asleep, members of the National Guard, our National Guard, who protected his inauguration, they were actually kicked out of the Capitol. They were forced to seek shelter on the floor of a freezing Senate parking garage. You can't make this up. Great leadership from, quote, the commander-in-chief. We'll have a lot more all coming up this evening. Tonight, also, part two. You don't want to miss this. My interview with Hunter Biden's laptop repairman. Straight ahead. Blockbuster developments. Take a look.
I saw material of a very personal nature. I don't want to obviously go into it. I don't feel comfortable about talking about the personal stuff.
A lot more on that straight ahead. That rest of the interview coming up. But first, we turn our attention this Friday night to the Democrats' top agenda item. That is the unconstitutional impeachment shift show. And apparently nothing unifies the country like a new divisive Senate trial to remove a former president from an office he no longer holds. An amazing use of your hard-earned taxpayer dollars and government resources, also in the middle of a pandemic. Needless to say, Chuck Schumer, he's looking forward to this. You can tell. Take a look.
The fact is, the House will deliver the article of impeachment to the Senate. The Senate will conduct a trial of the impeachment of Donald Trump. It will be a full trial. It will be a fair trial. But make no mistake, there will be a trial, and when that trial ends, senators will have to decide if they believe Donald John Trump incited the insurrection against the United States.
Welcome to Divine Intel, and tonight we're going to have a lot of information coming out from the Cabal Confusion agenda. You're going to believe Karen is with me. Karen?
I'm right here, everybody.
Okay, good. Now we are understanding. Now what? Let me just share with some things with all of you. I got over 200 and something people in my Telegram chat room. And I got some others, about 100 and something in the Spanish, Luz Verde. And I got my Circle of Trust, that's the Benny and the Jets. I share information in my chat rooms based on the show that I'm about to do. So people will not get confused. Hopefully people will not get confused. And I need to come out with this show to let you guys know some shocking intel that will affect everybody, that will affect the whole world. Okay? Mm-hmm. I already have the team from the month of February. Did you know that?
I think you told me, but I don't remember.
Okay. The team from the month of February, that's what's going to happen through the whole year, not just February. Okay? Mm-hmm. February will be the starting month of revolution and explosions. Mm. And it will go through the whole year. Of course, the next month will be called differently, but definitely it's going to be the same thing. Revolution and explosions. Because this year is going to be the pinnacle of what's going to happen the rest of the decade. That's the new paradigm. So we're going to have revolutions all around the world, including in the United States. Okay? We need to go through this. We're going to have to go through this whether we like it or not. The world is going to be a better place, but before it gets to be a better place, we're going to go through hell.
It's going to get ugly.
It's going to get really ugly. Okay? All right, guys.
You warned us about this.
I'm watching. Yes, I warned you about this, and it's coming. Okay? So we're going to go and we're going to address some stuff that got some people angry at me. And that's fine. To be angry is not to be in disagreement. To be angry is to be awake. When you get mad at me, it meaning that I awaken you. All your senses are being awakened, whether you like it or not. If I get you angry, it's because I triggering you. I actually triggering you to become more alert of what you're doing. It's not that I'm more alert than you are. It's not that I'm better than you are, because I'm not better than you are. But I might be a little bit more awake what you are. And therefore, I got to wake you up. Right? Karen?
Yes, I'm hearing you, Ben.
All right. So what we are saying is this, because we're going to have to address something that we are doing 2021. Myself, I've been in this situation for 6 years. But around this whole thing, I've been more than 25. Okay? Mm-hmm. So let's start with this.
Okay.
The Big Call highlight by Bruce, January the 10th to 2nd. Paymasters have been summoned to Reno. Iraq will make their new rate change on their dinar known Sunday the 24th, January 25, or Tuesday the 26th. We could get a notification on Monday the 25th and Tuesday the 26th. The new currency rates on both front and back screens were going to be higher than we expected.
2 cents.
Bruce, if you're listening to me, here's your message. Go and fuck yourself. You hear me there? Go and fuck yourself, Bruce. There's somebody more full of bullshit than you are. Maybe his name is Phil Tilton. You've been going on with this bullshit for the last 10 years or more. And unfortunately, some people still pay attention to your bullshit. I don't.
It's hilarious.
I don't need to be a prophet And certainly I don't need to be a psychic to destroy your bullshit. There will be no revaluation until further instructions. You see, it doesn't matter that the government of Iraq publicly said that they're going to keep the rate higher than the dollar for the next 3 years. It's on the news. Did you know that?
I know. I read it.
It is on the news. It really doesn't matter that. No! There's a higher power over everybody. The paymaster. The paymaster.
I shouldn't laugh.
Yeah, the paymaster has the biggest word, the biggest power over all. See that? That's you. That is you, Bruce. I'm going to publicly humiliate you because it doesn't take a brilliant people to bring your bullshit. And unfortunately, my closest friend is still believing you. Doesn't it, Karen?
No, sir.
Yes, you do.
Oh, don't.
Yes, you are going to publicly humiliate you because you are ashamed of, you should be ashamed of yourself.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Why? I'm believing that you should be ashamed of yourself. Why you even bring up this bullshit to me? Why?
What's so bizarre?
Bizarre. Is it because it's bizarre? Everything is bizarre.
Well, this is beyond bizarre, Ben. Like, oh my God. I think it's just a repeat of years ago.
Look, let me tell you something.
And they're still selling the stupid Zim.
When I call people retards, it's because they're retards. They have nothing in their brain. We are talking about adults. Let's face it. The rest of the people who've been listening to me, we are basically over 40, okay? Mm-hmm. So we are adults. But one thing is to be an adult and another thing is to be a fucking retard. You see, when we grew up, our parents, they put us to sleep telling fairy tales. So it goes to the subconsciousness. And from the subconsciousness, as we get older, we start becoming like babies. That's a fact, right? Isn't it?
Okay.
What do you mean, okay? Do you agree or not agree?
I don't have a comment because I don't know the theory.
Okay, let me put it this way. My mother is 95 years old.
Okay.
She doesn't have control of her body movements. She basically has become a baby. Do you understand that?
Yes.
That's a process of life. That's natural. Do you understand that?
I do.
But when it comes to brain, why there's so many baby boomers are fucking retard right now? Why do you guys still believe in Nesara Kesara bullshit? Why you guys still believing? What's the name of that saint supposed to be taking over?
Oh, Saint Germain.
Saint Germain. Look, this is a free country. You want to be a fucking retard, be a fucking retard, okay? It's a free country. But when it comes to logic, you got no logic, you got no brain. Life is not the way they told you. Life is cruel. There's a lot of people out there, they're fucking assholes, and they're gonna take advantage of you because you're stupid. And that's exactly what they're doing. It takes a fucking retard to grab a phone, a microphone, and come out in the internet and tell you all this shit, and people go, oh, yes, the paymaster. It is insane what's happening in the land. The reason we don't have the RB is because of that insanity. We have converted the RB as our God. We have converted the RB as the solution for all our problems. When God told me that he was going to bring a judgment against the land, he wasn't joking. He told me months ago that he was going to reveal the false prophets. Isn't it, Karen? Karen? You fell asleep or what? Karen? Karen? Okay, so Fitchy fell asleep. God told us that he was going to expose the false prophet.
Okay, I'm back.
Where were you?
My microphone, my whole computer shut off. It went crazy. Sorry.
Didn't the
Something's wrong
Lord
over
told
here.
us that he was going to expose the false prophets?
Yes, he did.
Did I expect that it was going to be this way?
No, not at all.
Now we have Hank Kunneman. We have Charlie Shamp. We have Robin Bullocks and others having a hard time explaining to everybody and convince everybody that the things that they told us years ago did not come exactly as we expected. That's the truth, isn't it?
It is.
Now God is sitting right there and basically watching them like, well, hey, take a look. Let me make the fool of them. And why? Because in the Protestant community, I have always been critical. Not because I'm Catholic, but because of facts. There are a lot of people, Protestants, very much people, beautiful people, good people, putting their trust in men's words than God himself. And that's the result of putting your trust on men before God, whether you like it or not. I respect prophets. I respect the ones that I said, King Clement, Hank Kunneman. I respect Mark Taylor. I respect, what's his name?
Robin,
Bullocks.
Charlie.
Charlie Shamp. I respect them, meaning I don't hate them, but I'm being critical. I'm not attacking them, but this is a fact. They screw up. They screw up because everything they said did not happen the way we thought it was going to be, isn't it? That's the fact. So now, people's faith is being put in the cross. Right there. It's being exposed right now. People's faith, people. Didn't I warn you that in the new paradigm your religion will change? Yes or no?
Yeah, actually.
Didn't I told you that your faith was going to be tested? Yes or no? I've been more effective and more accurate in the predictions that I do without even being a damn prophet. I'm on the record. I warn you. Stop putting your trust in people and start putting your trust in God. So the things didn't come out the way we wanted to. So what? God has a plan. Whether he does it in the next 6 months or in the next 4 years, I really don't give a fuck. But when I see people trying to convince others that what they said, it was really not what they said, and they try to justify it, it's because they worry about their business. Period. I hear Hank Kunneman say that he took his private jet to another state to make sure that people understand what's happening. Excuse me? A private jet? Are you talking about you got millions of dollars to afford a jet, yet I don't hear anything about you helping the poor, the lonely, and the hungry? I make the questions. It's for you to answer yourself those questions. I just bring it up in my platform because this is my show. I'm a rebel. I've always been a rebel. But I had to come out with these comfort questions to wake you up and make you understand that things are not going to be pretty and things are not going to happen the way you expect to happen, including the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar and the rest of the currencies. I even been telling you, I'm not going to contradict myself, that when this happened, people will not even understand how it happened. I have told you many times that when this happened, it's going to be so fast, nobody will know what to do. And I stand what I said. But if you keep listening to Bruce, TNT Tony, Mark C, and the rest of the fucking retards, you're going to be more lost than ever. And you will not know even where to exchange. Mark my words. I stand for facts, and that's the reason why they don't like me. That's the reason why they attack me all the time. Because I stand for facts, not for fairy tales. We're going to try to decide to understand the plans of the Cabal. This is the reason why this show is called the Cabal Confusion Agenda. It is happening right in front of you. I have talked about this agenda months ago, isn't it, Karen? Karen, you went off again. All right, so we're gonna go on without Karen. All right, so the situation is like this, guys. We have a problem. And the problem is, are they going to activate the revaluation of currencies? The answer right now is we don't know. That's the truth. We don't know. We got the Cabal taking over, not because they have power, because of the situation that's going to happen right now. Karen, I'm going to hang up on you and you call me back, okay? Obviously, you have a problem. All right. So, call me back. All right. So, we have a situation that are going to try to explain to all of you what's happening in the United States. If I am confusing you, please let me know. Send me an email. Okay? Send me an email. And what about I can come out of my Telegram and I can and respond all the questions that you guys have. Okay? But I don't want you to confuse more than what they're doing right now. Okay? So, in the next 3 months, we're going to see great changes in the United States. Great confusion. More scandals. There will be more scandals. And there will be also a lot of violence. All right? So you understand that. Take notes. When it comes to... Okay, said that... Oh, hold on. Karen said, my son is down. I think this computer is going. I think you're going. Call me on your phone. Okay? Call me on your phone. I cannot get you in the show. Call me on the phone. All right, so I have technical problems in Los Angeles because we have a rain and we have a lot of blackouts. Just like I've been telling you, we're gonna have a lot of blackouts. They're going to accustom us to have blackouts all around the world because that's the way they want to do it, to interrupt when people are waking up. Okay, this year is going to be a year of waking up, finding out the truth and not the bullshit. And not the lights. All right? So just remember that. Karen, can you call me, please? Thank you. All right, so hold on. Let me see if I can find. All right, I got my phone right here. All right, there you go. Can you hear me? Okay, 1 second. Just let me get you into the computer right now. All right, let me get you to the computer. And now we can get this going. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. All right, go ahead, talk.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, now you are here. We're not going to waste too much time in news because we all see the news, what's going on. What I'm trying to, my information, what I'm trying to give to my people is to stop the confusion, the chaos and panic. I'm going to try my very best to explain to you what's going on, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So we have a new pay-per-view, right? We have a new special report. It's called what is it called? It is called
oh my God.
It is that reviving the exchange intel, right?
Right.
All right. So I'm gonna tell you guys when it's gonna come out. So first of all, let me just clear my computer right here, and we're gonna go for the PowerPoint. All right. So let's do the PowerPoint right now because I don't want this to be too big, too video big, and I'm watching right now my people in YouTube, but I'm not able to see my people in Facebook Live. I don't know. Maybe they blocked me already. Okay? Probably they blocked me already. That's fine. So right now I'm watching my people in YouTube, and I'm saluting everybody. Hi, guys. And I'm trying to see their comments. They're trying to see their comments. But I'm not able to see my people in... Oh, there you go. See, I can hear me myself. I don't know. Maybe they blocked me. Hold on. Okay? Probably they blocked you, right? All right, Karen, are you still there with me?
I am here, yes.
Okay. All right. So we are seeing, are you watching that the video or not?
No, I'm not, but I've got the PowerPoint.
Just go to my Vimeo video. Okay?
Okay.
And follow it. Yes. All right. Okay. Anyway. So the Cabal Confuses, that's the name of the PowerPoint. The topics we're going to address are the following. We're going to address the machine. I'm going to explain to you guys what is the machine. Do we have a president is the next question. Then we're going to address the military and the shadow government. Those are the 4 topics we're going to address. I was supposed to address something about the RB. I cannot do it right now. It's obviously that if I do it, people like fucking Bruce and the rest of the retard, they're gonna come out and grab my intel and come out with their own bullshit. That's the reason why I cannot come out with this. Okay? That's the reason why I cannot come out. They're gonna confuse you more. Okay? So do I have information about the dinar? Yes, you bet. I got information about the dinar, the process of what they want to do, how they want to value it. And I have information about the dome. And as a matter of fact, February will be the month of the dome. Are you listening? February will be the month of the dome.
Interesting.
Take that, Bruce. Maybe you can see that in your fucking computer. You fucking liar. So this is what we're going to address, all right? So the machine. What is the machine? The machine is the media, the social media, Hollywood, big corporations. All this is the big machine. It's an organization made up by the super rich. They control your narrative. They control your reality. They control everything.
Exactly.
Right now we're seeing the attack against one man and his company, a decent man, and his sin was to support Donald Trump. They want to destroy him.
My pillow.
Because they don't like him, because he supports the one man that is a threat of the estate. I'm talking about the owner of My Pillow. JCPenney, Macy's, what is the other store? I forgot. Those stores,
Yeah,
they don't want no longer let this man sell his pillows. And why? They consider him an enemy of the state. Who assigned these motherfuckers to basically tell you who's the enemy or not? Nobody. Who assigned Twitter to decide who is decent and who is not? Nobody. Recently, they were discovered that Twitter, they've been sponsoring child pornography for the last 10 years. Who have assigned Google to do the things that they do? Nobody. Everybody's going against the resistance. And that's why I play the music, The Resistance. Because everything we see around us is an illusion. Are you listening? Everything we see around us is an illusion. That's the machine. It's been created by the machine. It's been created by Hollywood. They create the saints. They create the enemies. They create anything they want.
Programming, right then?
It's a program of masses of humanity. What do you think about aliens? When you hear the word aliens, you think about this: monsters, falling angels, enemies, spiritual demonic beings. Immediately, I can tell you what most of the people believe when they hear the word aliens, extraterrestrials. But who created that presence? Who created that image? The machine. Just take a look at the movies. Take a look at the movies. There was only one movie that portrayed the extraterrestrial as our friends. It's called
E.T.
No, nope, you got it wrong. It's called Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Oh, okay.
That was the number one and only serious documentary movie that showed us just a little bit what they're pretending about us. E.T. was a joke. It's a mockery of how they look like. But they did show a heart, a loving heart towards humanity. But they still mock it. They still destroy what they really look like.
And they're intelligent.
See what I'm talking about? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay?
Yep.
That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. They're going to make from an evil, they're going to make it a saint. Just take a look at that black guy who died underneath the legs of that part of the caps. Did anybody care about his past? Nobody. He's a martyr. Poor guy. Poor guy. That brought us into another situation. And when somebody like me or Candy Owens talk about him, we are the assholes. We are the problem. When you are in a society, people, that you cannot express yourself, you're not in a democratic country, you're not in a free country, your illusion that you live in a free country is completely destroyed. You need to be a retard not to realize what you're doing, what exactly is happening in our country. We're going through the darkest age in our country for the last 400 years. We had to live with it. We had to fight for it. And we have to stand for it. Because if we don't, we're not going to have a nation anymore.
Resistance.
All right, so do we have a president? Do we have a president, Karen?
Oh, Ben, I don't think so. I think you got an agent in there.
Okay, I'm going to ask everybody in what you call it, in Facebook.
YouTube?
In Facebook.
Okay.
I'm going to ask everybody in Facebook. Hold on, I got it wrong here. And if you believe that we have a president, it's a very simple question, okay, guys? If you believe that we have a president, please let me know right now. Okay, I don't think you have. I don't think I'm alive on Facebook. I don't know. No, we're not alive. We're not alive. Something happened. You see, they blocked me. They blocked me on Facebook. Different. Yeah, they blocked me on Facebook. All right, but
I'm trying to figure out if they're in my computer.
Yeah, so let me go to YouTube. I'm gonna see that. Have a president, please. Hold on. Let me just get down this. All right, hold on. All right, so let me see the comments. I don't think you have. Let me see the comments right now. Oops, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Hold on. No, we're not alive. We're not alive. Something happened. You see, they blocked me. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, I can't see it. Anyway, you can go ahead and watch it for me, okay? See how many people believe we have a president or not. I'm going to give you the facts, okay? I'm going to give you the facts. You may disagree with me. You may call me a fucking retard or a liar or a conspiracy theory. I really don't care. But facts will not care about your feelings. No, we do not have a president. In the last 100 years, leaders in our country have been elected, not selected. We only have two presidents that been actually half elected, half selected. You know who were? Who were they?
Donald Trump and that other actor. I forget his name. I'm sorry.
The number one was Jeff F. Kennedy. Okay.
Oh, okay.
He was not. Okay. He was a mistake. That's why they changed the matrix. Oh. When he swears as a president, they have to change the metrics. When they went underneath the reality, they changed the metrics. They let it go like that. And in case they have another mistake, they decided to do it like this because they thought that Donald Trump was going to be a president 4 years before today. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they wanted to make sure that he would not last as president. That's why they had to decide whether to leave Donald Trump to continue to be a president or save his life, save the republic, and let this retard become a president because he's not going to last 4 years. Did I make myself clear, yes or no?
Yes, you have. The people are saying two things, that we have two presidents and that we have a fake president. Exactly.
So right now we don't have a president. In reality, we have a president that is in the shadow government. I'm going to tell you what his name is, okay? What you have been seeing right now is an illusion. Take a look at the pictures. Take a look at the videos. Take a look at this White House, this office. Compare it with Donald Trump. It's not the same, people. Mm-hmm. Why Joe Biden was fly in a private jet and not in the government jet? Why all his executive order had not been registered? Ask those questions. They've not been registered. Go to the government site and tell me if any of all his executive orders have been ratified by the government, have been ratified, have been actually registered on the website, you're going to find there is none. Why the military show up? Why he swear hours before the time that he's supposed to swear as he been told under the Constitution? Why? Because all of you guys have been framed, guys. Everything that you see is an illusion. Joe Biden was not elected by the people. He was selected by the machine. He was elected by the media. They were trying to get this guy, Donald Trump, out of the way for the last 4 years. They tried impeachments. They tried scandals. They tried horrors. They tried everything. Yep. Until they decided we can get him out that way we've always been doing it, through electoral fraud. And what did they hear? What do you hear in every single television channel? In every single radio? There is no evidence of electoral vote fraud. Who controls the narrative? Do you control the narrative? Or does the media control the narrative?
The media,
up to this day, I got retards. I can open my door right now and show and ask everybody, do you believe Joe Biden is your president? And everybody say, of course he is. Guys, all of you don't know what's happening. You have no idea what's happening. And I'm going to prove it to you in the next 3 weeks. I'm going to shock you. Didn't I say that he was going to try to put key members in the Pentagon? Yes or no?
Yes, you did.
He put a black guy who has not been a military for the last 16 years. One guy. What about the rest?
Wow.
He can. And why? Because he has no control over the military. He has no control over the military. And why? Something happened before Donald Trump left. And it's been keeping secret, it's been keeping from the public in order to protect the republic, in order to protect the nation. Because if our enemy knows that we have unsettled government, they're going to come over and they're going to attack us and we'll be defenseless. Do you guys understand that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because we're going to have to be dealing with our citizens and then dealing with the enemy. We cannot do it. And then that's going to bring us to a prophetic word from King Clement. Then King Clement said, am I impressed of your nuclear power? Am I impressed of your massive weapons? I have told you I'm going to bring you to your knees before I bring you up. That's what that King Clement said. He's going to bring us to our knees. That's the only way we can actually depend on God, not on men. We had to be struggled. We had to be grabbed by the neck and feel like we are going to die in order to actually ask, wake up. That what's happening right now is a revolution. You have no idea. The month of February is the starting month of revolution and explosions. Watch.
No,
so
hopefully it's not a nuclear bomb.
Hopefully. So there you go. So do we have a president? Anything that does not fit in with what is reported over the media is called a conspiracy theory. If I tell you we don't have a president, people actually gonna laugh at me because they don't know what's going on. The machine, which is basically the whole organization of media, news, Hollywood, the machine will select and decide what is valid and what is not valid. They're going to mock us up. And at the end, we're going to mock them back. Because things are not going to be the way you think it's going to happen. So do we have a president? No, we don't have a president. You see, one of the things of the media is that they also decide what is moral and what is not moral. You want a proof? Didn't they say that we are transitioning from indecency to decency? Didn't Joe Biden say that? How he came there to say about decency when he stole the elections. He's been allowing a corrupt politician for the last 47 years. And he believes he has the authority or morality around the world. So when they control the narrative, mark my words, what is your religion and what is not your religion will be controlled by the media. That's how going to introduce the one religion. Whatever you speak, if it's not under the narrative, you're the enemy. It's called communism. Right now it's happening, people. Your favorite TV show is communist. Your favorite TV network is a communist, Chinese, and Russia tool. Your favorite artist, name it, I can tell you. Jim Carrey, one of my favorite actors and comedians, he is asking to kill all Republicans.
No.
See that? This is how the devil works. The devil will show up as a beautiful angel, but they're wolf. They're the deception. You have put your trust, your entertainment, your heart into the wrong people. Because all of you have been brainwashed to depend on a good man and a bad woman or a good woman. And you put the trust, your full trust in man. You don't put your trust in God. So what is your rights and what is not your rights will also be controlled by the media. They will decide what is right and what is not right. You're going to love it. Did I mention that the new financial system, the quantum financial system is going to be so beautiful that you're going to love to hate it every day? Didn't I mention that?
You did. Yeah, you did.
Ask that tank. Oh, no, Benny, you're wrong. Let's see who's going to be right. Let's make a bet. Okay? So you see, corporations are the good and corporations are the God right now. And they want to take over once and for all. They feel that they have control. They think they have control. They feel that they're the gods. Whatever they said is what it has to do. Unfortunately, millions of people depend on the same corporations. Did I mention that millions of people will lose their job? Yes or no?
You sure did.
There you go. We're going to have a collapse. A psychological collapse in the next 6 months. Watch what I'm telling you. We're going to have a psychological collapse in the next 6 months. If nothing happens, everything will fall in front of you. Millions of people will go and basically start their psychiatric treatment. Didn't I mention that some of these people will come from dinar land, yes or no?
You said a lot of them will.
A lot of people from dinar land will end up spending their millions in treatment, psychological treatment. And why? Because they're addicts. They depend on the RB. They depend on Intel. Even after they get rich, they're still gonna depend on that. They will depend on somebody else paying the higher rate. I have 6 years talking about this. You tell me if I'm wrong.
Well, what'll happen, Ben? They'll get into a lot of regret.
Yes.
Which leads to
and this
despair.
is good people. I have good people around me who they disagree with me. I disagree with you, Benny. My group is genuine, and we're looking to bless the world. That's how she sang. You know, I don't need anybody to bless. I can do it right now. I can do it right now. I don't need to be preparing for, I don't need to have millions of dollars to bless anybody. I can do it right now. I can just pick up that damn bus, go to Skid Row in downtown Los Angeles, grab a couple homeless, giving them some money and food, and I'm done.
Yep.
I do not need to exchange something for years to come and 10 years of I don't need that. But no, for some people, you're not prepared. You're not ready to be human. You're a hypocrite. We're all capable of helping people. We're all capable to be blessed to everybody. It's just a habit, people. Being habit. Do it as a habit. And you will see your life changing overnight. If I am such a dick, if I am such a sinner, and I can do a little bit better by just helping the hungry, the poor, and the lonely, maybe I can do something. Maybe that's the reason why God is still talking to me. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something decent. But for you to come out to me and say, oh, I'm not ready yet because we're having exchange, you're a fucking hypocrite, man. Seriously. So, the military.
Just start small right there.
Yep. The military right now is the shadow government right now. The Cabal used to be the shadow government. As a matter of fact, right now, the Cabal is the shadow government. There is a underneath war between the military and the super rich. Mm-hmm. There is underneath military war, underneath that they keep it in secret, and eventually they will not be able to keep it in secret, mark my words, because the super rich do not want to let the power go. So right now, the shadow government is backing in the government just because of narrative, not legally. Not legally. You're going to see Joe Biden outside the White House more than being inside the White House. You don't believe me? Just wait. Just wait. The military is right now is the shadow government. And as time goes by, people will realize that the president of the new republic is not Joe Biden. It's not even Donald Trump. I told you many times before that Jared Kushner was the president of the new republic, didn't I?
You did, yes, Jared.
But they changed their mind. So the military, with the new elite, they all got together, and the White Hats, and the Earth Alliance, they all got together to select the president of the new republic Because Helen Kushner cannot be exposed too much. They need to protect him. Do you understand that?
Yeah, exactly. Right now, it's just dangerous. Yeah.
It's too dangerous. So they need somebody with the guts and somebody who was protected, supported by the military. You want to know his name?
Strategy.
His name
What's
is
his name?
the name of the president of the new republic. His name is General Michael Flynn. Yes, senor.
Makes sense, Ben. Yep.
General Michael Flynn is the president of the new republic. And his mission is to bring the new republic. I'm sorry because I'm coughing. I still have pneumonia. His mission is to bring us to the new republic, get rid of Joe Biden, and deal with Kamala Harris. It has to be done politically and militarily. Okay? So there's things that are happening right now behind your back that you have no idea what's happening. They're trying to prevent a government collapse and eventually being invaded by Russia and China and Iran. Remember what happened on January the 6th? Karen? January the 6th, remember the people coming into the Capitol?
Oh, yeah. They charged the doors. Yep.
Okay.
Right into the meeting.
Okay, so see what happened. See that happening. Did it shake? Did it shook the nation? Yes or no?
Oh, completely.
There you go. So imagine that. That little shit right there, that little event shook the nation. It shook the nation. Imagine if they know there's a battle with a shadow government between the military and the cabal. Imagine Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, and the rest of the Democrats, plus some Republicans, trying to debunk what's happening right now. Just imagine when they lose control of everything. Imagine having China invading in the next 24 hours after this happened. Imagine chaos and panic in the streets. Imagine. That's coming, people. Because there will be a point that they will not be able to cover it up. Simple.
Sounds like civil war possible.
There you go. So when the elites call the month of February the month of revolution and explosions, wake up.
Mm-hmm.
When they say explosions, they mean explosions. When they say revolutions, they mean chaos and panic. They mean that things are not going to happen the way even prophets have been saying it. For some reason, we believe that God will have to do this thing smoothly. You show me one event that God has changed a government, changed a paradigm without violence. Show me one.
Oh,
and I will shut up.
Even throughout Scripture. Yeah.
Through the whole Scripture, God has performed, letting violence done, bringing peace and destruction, and He fixed everything. So when some prophet said, no, there will be no civil war, there will be civil unrest, the same guy who said, no, it's going to be for 4 more years, and the same guy who right now is struggling to convince their people that God is still under control, and they were wrong, but God is never wrong. You need to wake up, people. I had problems with what they said months before this happened. Karen can tell you that.
Yep, we've been struggling.
We've been struggling so far. We've been struggling so much. There was a time that I wanted to bring Charlie Champ. I changed my mind. There was a time I wanted to bring Hank Kunneman and tell him right in front of everybody, what you doing is wrong. What you're doing is wrong, my brother. I respect you as a prophet, but you're doing it wrong. God does not work that way, has never worked that way. Just take a look at the Bible. You'll see what I'm talking about. We're going to have to go through a storm. We're going to have to go through really difficult times to see this gold era flourish. I told you from the very beginning how it was going to be. It was going to be dark, black. Because the gold, when you discover gold, is not bright, it's not brilliant, it's not shiny. It's color black. It's a stone, right?
Yep.
You need to process it. It's a process. You need to process it. Yeah, put him in fire. You see that? Put him in fire. We're going to go through fire. And then at the end, we will see how shiny the new agenda is. How shiny the new reality will be. Your new paradigm will be brilliant, will be the gold age. It will be a better world. No doubt about it. But before that, we're going to have to go through hell.
Even in the Bible, then, they had to, when they crossed over to the promised land, they just didn't receive it. They had to take it by force. They had to take it. They couldn't just, they had to fight for it, battle by battle by battle, in order to gain what they were promised.
So, coming and following the shadow government has always been the cabal. But right now, the President of the United States is in command. Right now, the President of the United States in command is because of the shadow government, okay? There are two presidents. Remember what the prophet said, that there will be two presidents?
Yeah, and here we are.
I just show you the first president. Right? Flynn.
Michael. Yep.
Michael Flynn is the first president. You want to know who's the second president?
Who is
you
it,
want to be shocked, people? I'm going to shock you right now. His name is George Soros.
Yep.
That's the two presidents. See how everything changed? And this is not something that God told me. This is what's happening right now, and the elites knows that. We got two presidents, George Soros and Michael Flynn, the shadow governments, the super rich, and the military. And that was your divine intel. Remember that by tomorrow, I'm going to be uploading the new special report reviving this change intel, which I'm going to bring very important information about the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar, how it's going to happen, and things that Bruce and his magnificent computer will never tell you. Okay? So that's my new special report coming out tomorrow. Not today, because it's too late already. By tomorrow morning, around 11 or 12, it'll be ready for all of you. Okay? So, once again, you want to be ready for the hard times and the difficult times that are going to come out. Maybe you can want to use my own link called myfoodandsupplies.com. Buy your food there and be ready and not be sorry. Keep Divine Intel moving forward by sending your gift to PayPal at the Fake News Show. And thank you for your support. Now, about the mailing. I'm still fixing the mailing. So that's why I'm not promoting the mailing. For now, do not mail anything. I'm going to fix it, and when I fix it, I'll let you guys know. Okay? So that was your divine intel, people. Thank you so much for your attention. I don't want to spend too much time on yours today. It's a weekend. It's a beautiful weekend. More than just spend it at home and taking care that you don't get COVID like I did. Do whatever you can. Spend it. Read a beautiful book. Upgrade yourself. Educate yourself. Read the Bible. Read the Bible. Although I do not, as a Catholic, I do not support that you read the Bible by yourself. You need to have somebody to actually guide you. That's how we do it. That's how we Catholics do it.
Psalm 89 is really good, Ben, right now.
Yes. But you can read some stuff like Psalm 89. You can read some stuff that will not complicate your life. It will inspire your life.
Yep.
Okay? So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you, Karen, for all your help. And we're going to see tomorrow what happening with the new special report. And if anything happened, things that I really doubt, I will, guys, let you know. Okay? So right now, we're just waiting for there to reactivate the process of the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar and the rest of the currencies. I got the information. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to give you dates, not for exchange, but for you to see how things are going to go. Okay? And we take it from there. Right?
Awesome. I can't wait.
All right, then. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless each and every one of you guys. And please protect yourself. Protect yourself. Whatever you guys do, wash your hands. And God bless you. God bless each and every one of you.